Yo, what's up guys? How you doing? Hope your week is going well. Hope your training is going strong. I apologize if there's background noise. Somebody next door appears to be pulling down a house, cutting down a tree. I don't know what they're doing. Either way, they're making a racket. But today, I want to talk about my powerlifting event. As some of you guys may know, if you follow me on social media, or if you guys caught the video I did a few weeks back, you will know that I've been prepping for a powerlifting event, not in the conventional sense, in that it is not an in-person event. It is not the kind of typical SBD setup. This one was done via a company called Brawn. They basically have an app, which is like a virtual thing. It's actually really, really cool, and I'll speak more about that a little bit later on, but basically, it allows you to take part in virtual events, whereby you still weigh in, you still compete in different weight classes, but you submit your lifts via video, and of course it's then judged a little bit later, which then basically allows you to compete with people all over the world, and it also allows you to compete with people in completely different brackets. It means that some people out there that are IPF lifters, they can also compete. Admittedly, there are different categories. I basically took part in what they call the Kabuki platform, which is like the newbie one, not for the kind of registered IPF lifters, but the point is, through this app, you can compete with people all over the world, and you can do it both for yourself, for fun, but you can also do it, as a means to actually compete, win some prizes, and basically just gives you a chance to sort of get involved in powerlifting from the comfort of your own home, your garage, your gym, wherever you want to be. Basically, provided you can lift and you can of course follow the correct rules, then you can get involved. And I think that is super awesome. So today I want to quickly recap how it went. The focus for this one, the Kabuki platform, is just bench press and deadlift. And effectively the way that it works is you can submit a video of 1 to 3 reps. So basically, depending on whether you want to go for a rep max or whether you want to go for a single 1RM total, you can submit them and then later on they will be judged. Now, because I want to be doing powerlifting in the future, I decided to sort of treat this as a powerlifting event. So my goal was to do a 1 rep max in both bench and deadlift. But of course, again, people can kind of get involved in whatever way suits them best. So how did it go? Well, of course, I've been prepping for about 8 weeks. I worked with my coach, Luke Tullock. He's basically put together a plan. And over the past 8 weeks, of course, we have been getting ready for this, focusing a lot on, of course, bench press and deadlift. And honestly, everything was feeling really, really good. Another day, Soxy Bear came down and basically joined me at the gym because I need someone to spot me so that I don't die on bench press, basically. So, going into it, I had 2 goals. I was hoping to hit PRs on both of them. For bench press, my previous bench press 1 rep max is 105 kilograms, and my previous deadlift max is 210 kilograms. So my goal was to do 110 kilograms on bench and 220 on deadlift. So, starting with bench press, this one admittedly didn't go to plan. Anyone that's ever got involved in powerlifting or just has lifted in general knows that it doesn't always go your way, but there's always some learnings to be taken away from this. So I went in, kind of prepped, started working my way up, lifting different weights, of course, kind of, getting up towards the top set. And then when I lifted 100 kilograms, I'll be honest, it felt a lot heavier than I would have liked. I was kind of hoping that was going to move smooth because that was supposed to be my confidence boost. And then when I moved that, I was like, ooh, that was tough. So then threw 105 kilograms on, and unfortunately, as you can see here, I didn't quite get it. Now, I can already tell when I look at these videos, I've also spoken to my coach since, kind of like seeing some technique breakdowns here. I think my main takeaways from this are that I definitely need to kind of work a lot more on my leg drive for my bench. Also in the sort of ascent, when I'm pushing up, I notice the bar straight away kind of goes back towards my face. Now, obviously in an ideal bench press bar path, you kind of do want that sort of J pattern. So there is a degree of kind of going back towards your face. However, that definitely sort of like set me back a little bit. And also just in general, sort of remaining tight throughout the lift. So I definitely do have some work to do here. I can already look at this video and see where I need to improve, which is the most important thing. I think that's one of the things, if ever you're lifting, whether you're competing or whether you're just lifting for yourself, definitely record your lifts, because often it can kind of give you the information as to where things are going wrong. Or if you don't necessarily know that yourself, you can share it to someone else and they can help you. So I didn't get that, but it's kind of funny because of course for this competition, in order to submit it, you have to have a timestamp video, hence the time in the corner. You also need to record your plates at the end so they know how much you've lifted. So when I lifted 100 kilograms the first time, I didn't record it, thinking I'm gonna go and get 105 at least. 105 didn't work, so I tried again, also didn't work, and I was like, now I need to do 100 kilograms again. Luckily I got it. It was of course a lot tougher than I'd hoped, but regardless, as you can see, in order to submit this and have it be valid, you need to go and showcase the plates, so that way they can kind of tell what you're lifting. Anyway, bench press didn't go to plan. I got 100 kilograms, which is not a PR, but it's still a lift, and when you do your first powerlifting style competition, a lift is a lift. Moving on to deadlift, this one definitely went to plan. Basically, all my warm-ups were feeling good, everything was feeling nice. Honestly, during my whole training phase, during the prep phase, deadlifts were feeling really, really cool. And basically got to the point where the plan was to go 200 kilograms, 210, 220. I lifted 200 and it already felt smooth. And I was like, I don't really want to waste the energy going to 210 because then maybe I might burn myself out for 220. So we just jumped straight to 220 and I got it. It was a tiny bit of a grind, but honestly, it's one of those things that when you're doing the lift, sometimes it feels more of a grind. But then when I watched the video back, I was like, that was kind of smooth. So I was super happy with that. 220 kilograms or 485 pounds is now my new deadlift PR. Super stoked, and submitted that one as well. Outside of that, of course, squat was not part of this event, but I did the second day following that, just want to sort of see where my squat was at. And I did manage to get a new squat PR of 150 kilograms. It was only just parallel, so I do still need to work on depth. But if I rewind to the last time I tried to do 150 kilograms, which was in my outside garden gym, that one, I barely got depth on that and didn't get depth at all. I kind of struggled, I went down a little bit and I didn't have it. So that is already a win. Again, improvements to be made, but overall, it's been a solid week. So that's kind of all there is to it. Again, the Brawn app itself is honestly really, really cool. If you guys haven't checked it out, I would highly recommend downloading it. It's completely free and it's just super cool to kind of be a part of. Like, they're already building up a really big community around it. There's lots of like well-known lifters already in there. And the fact is you can just use it as a training app if you want to. You can go in, there are pre-made training programs you can follow. You can create your own training program if you want to. And of course, you can just use it as a way to log your progress. You can submit lifts and you can kind of just sort of see where you rank amidst other people. Again, it doesn't have to be hugely competitive. Sometimes you just want to compete with yourself, but I think it's really cool. And of course, the the whole powerlifting community, it's just a great community to be a part of. Everyone is like super supportive. So I like what they're doing with the app. I like the way that they're kind of like, bringing people together, and I'm excited to sort of see where they go with it. So if you guys do want something that maybe you can use to log your training, maybe you want to get involved, maybe you want to join one of these competitions, definitely check it out. But anyway, that's it. Just a super quick recap today. That's how my event went. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you stay tuned next week because I've got a super exciting video. Can't tell you about it just yet, but I can't wait to share it with you.